pledge allegiance.
Be different.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Same
of the
color.
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We haven't had a jail board meeting in a while, so it's nice to get one going. Thank you for attending. Meeting is called to order, so I have a motion, or do we have any? I have a motion that the minutes for the previous meeting be accepted and as presented. Okay. Okay, we have all in favor? Is there any discussion or anything like that? Okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Any abstained? Okay, we'll move on to the next agenda. I make a motion that the jail board report for May 2025 be accepted as presented.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion on that? Okay, if not, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Any abstain? All right, we'll move on to the next one here.
I moved on.
What was that?
No. My
Let's
OCD.
turn my hair.
No.
Yeah, you better
off.
leave it off.
Yes.
Okay, leave it, you're not missing anything. I'd like to make a motion that the financial report for May 2025 be accepted as presented. Okay, Karen, can we have any discussion on that? If not, Karen, can we have a vote call?
Mr. Humes.
Yes.
Mr. North.
Yes.
Mr. Bartley.
Yes.
Mr. Weaver.
Okay, is there any old business that we have to discuss or talk about? Okay, we'll move on to new business. Brandon, do you have any, how's things going in your jail, and do you have anything to talk to us about?
Things are going well. I do want to bring up one topic of discussion. We're hoping to get our daily out-of-county housing increased, whatever you guys think is appropriate. It's currently $65 a day. We all know that the cost of everything has gone up, and we're feeling that a little bit more and more. So hoping to get that increase just to kind of help alleviate some of the burden, so we're not giving away our services for free or at a cost to us for other counties when we house inmates for them.
Do you have a thought on what that number should be?
Well, I was looking at hopefully 75. It comes out to right around a 15%, I believe, increase, and I think that pretty much covers the rising costs of everything we've looked at between utilities and food service, and, or everything, all inclusive. So.
What's other counties taking for out of class?
Other Class 6 counties are hovering between the 65 and 75 mark. I know several of them have increased over the last year or so. The reports that we're getting back are general consensus is 75 for jails our size. So
You do have raised fees for like booking fees too, do a little bit more to make.
correct. Yeah, we look for to increase that from 25 to 30.
Is the 75, is that a break-even number, or are you profiting on it? Roughly, I mean, just ballpark.
The 75 realistically for the first day or two is probably going to look at, break even at best. But it's when we carry it out a little bit, then it starts to help pay for the cost of actually caring for that inmate, and then maybe making a little bit for the jail Because again, we are providing a facility, we're providing this, place for other counties to house their inmates in times of need, so, we're not just providing this service for free. So we would be making a little bit of money after the initial probably 72 hours.
And when is Clarion closing their doors?
I don't know exactly.
That is happening, right? Or is that just simply the table?
That's,
I think that
I
there's
have-
just discussion.
yeah,
It's the only
I haven't
rumor
heard
I've
anything.
heard. So,
Rumor to that effect. I don't know what material that is.
I do have a couple questions, if it's okay to
Yeah.
ask. How many right now are we housing out of county?
I don't have that exact data. I do have,
I guess it's like population.
yeah, the population report would show us county inmates.
What competition are we looking at as far as the other counties surrounding us, as far as housing inmates? I mean, is other counties opening their doors to this, or are we kind of, I mean, if we're gonna set it at 75, to me, if we're not really profiting anything, I think we should maybe set it a little bit higher, to be honest with you. I mean, they need our services, I don't think we should have to break even or anything right off the bat. I'm saying, I think we should probably go in a little bit higher number if we're gonna do this service, because it affects the probation department, it affects the sheriff's office, it affects you guys' staffing. It's just my opinion, $80 or something might be a better number if we're gonna commit to this. I just think instead of at a lighter number, let's just let them know that we're being serious. If we're gonna house your inmates, this is what we need, this is kind of a service.
Ultimately, we could consider, the initial 72-hour poll be at a higher rate.
Right.
To cover those initial costs for everybody. Obviously, they'd be responsible for transporting all their own inmates unless there's an emergency.
Right, and I think that's the other thing I was gonna get to you, and all of Mr. Weaver talking on his behalf of his department, but behalf of my department, same as his, we're short right now, and I just don't wanna get committed to something where I have to do more transports, or anything, because right now, I can't, I have to supply for our inmates in our county.
Yeah, I mean, unless it was an absolute emergency,
Sure.
it's gonna be on them, and even in an emergency, it's only gonna be until they can get somebody to us, that's.
Right.
Uh,
And this is the detail stuff to work out.
Right. But, I mean, I think there's absolutely room to talk about the initial 72 hours being a higher rate, or,
Your staffing, I know you have to have so many guards to so many inmate population. If you do look at taking on more inmates, what's your staffing like to keep up with that amount of
our
inmates?
Our staffing, as it sits, can cover the increase.
Okay.
Because it's gonna be spread out over multiple sections of the jail, and there's multiple officers, so it's not like every officer is gonna be responsible for 40 more inmates, or, if we decide to.
Do you guys have a magic cutoff number right now in your head of what you're thinking you could take?
211's our max.
211. What are you guys housing right now?
Comfortably, I would say 175, 180 realistically is where, and then we start to run into, we have to make, a lot of shuffling and moves and stuff.
We have about 100 inmates usually, give or take.
Yeah, I think we're sitting around 109 right now, would be, plus or minus.
So I know the female population alone has really increased over the years of just working in law enforcement and that side of it, so I just wanna make sure we have a facility to.
Yeah, and obviously our people come first, so if for some reason, we see an uptick in our population, they're gonna have to find other homes for their people, but, the reason I kind of picked the 75 numbers, I also don't want it to be prohibitive for us to be able to, get some business from these other counties, as long as we're still making money in it.
Right, and I think you look at it this way too, Clarion County's not gonna, I'm just saying, because I was brought up, Clarion County doesn't wanna drive to Center County, because I know Center County houses a lot of county inmates, same with Warren County. It's actually cheaper in the long run to send them maybe a half hour away, multiple trips, getting this inmate to court, but instead of driving 2 hours away, I think we can actually draw more of a crowd with where we're lucky where we're located at, because we're kind of a hub to these other counties.
I understand this discussion, but I don't think we see anybody, big, large amounts coming out of jail right now. It's just something you think we should raise. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
Clarion
yeah, I
County
mean,
is a rumor. and
Right,
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody come, I just want to make sure we're available to do it.
Like this is something we need to, it hasn't been changed for many years, is that correct?
I believe it's been 3 years since it was changed, and that was, I don't know what was going on 3 years ago. Costs were going up then too, and they didn't seem to slow down for the next couple of years, and inflation just keeps on rolling, so.
This is a good discussion. I think we're from 75 to 80. I think we can think about it in the next month or so. Maybe we'll come to a good conclusion on that.
We could come to a point where we have an actual motion to put forward, but I think that the sheriff offered some good points. Brandon, thank you for illuminating this issue, looking out for the county, taxpayers by, staying alert to these costs, bringing it to our attention.
We just had a new contract with nutrition group too, and they raised their prices for meals pretty high. It's, I think it's justifiable. We'll talk about this.
And obviously, if you guys have any more questions about, what we're looking at, we'd be happy to answer those.
Thank you for illuminating the issue.
Do you have any questions on anything? Okay. Anybody else on this? Okay, if we could just think about it the next month and stuff, maybe we'll have a motion next year. Jail board meeting, let's see how it goes. Okay, so that's kind of the new business right now, nothing else. Do you have anything, Sam?
I didn't know this time, thank you.
Chad?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I guess you said the news that you don't want to say anything. Okay, then I'd like to make a motion that this meeting be adjourned.
Motion.
Again, thank you. Meeting adjourned. Again, thank you for coming. Appreciate it.